Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my neighbor's kid for free? Me, female 32, have been living in this apartment complex already for about 2 years. It's nice and cozy, and honestly haven't had any bad neighbors. For the most part, everyone keeps to themselves and everyone is nice. This past 6 months, our front door neighbor left, and it was immediately occupied by Debbie. Debbie moved in across my apartment with her 7-year-old daughter. At first, I enjoyed having Debbie as our front neighbor. For more context, I also have a daughter 8-year-old and a son 6-year-old, so they are all around the same age group, so they became friends really quick, especially since they all rode the bus together. Debbie is a single mother, and well as myself, so we had that in common. She was, though, a young teen mom, so she was a couple years younger than myself. If I could guess, I would say she was around 21, 23. Yeah, I wouldn't say Debbie and I were friends, but we were friendly and cordial. One day I was working when I heard a knock on the door. This was around the summer, so I would have the kids at home all day, and since I work from home, they would spend most of their time on the living room while I work in the next room. I opened the door and it was Debbie. She mentioned she needed to go to work and that her babysitter had canceled at the very last minute. I of course didn't mind because the kids would have someone to play with. Debbie mentioned she was out of work around 6 p.m. and would come straight home after. I didn't mind and told her yes, I could watch her. Debbie left and the kids played and snacked, and by dinner time Debbie had picked her daughter. Now this is where I didn't like how things were going. Debbie went from doing this once a week to almost the whole week, saying the same thing: she couldn't find a babysitter and she needed to work. At times I sympathized with her because I knew how hard being a single mom is. But it went from watching her so she can work to watching her because she had an evening she needed to go to, aka go out and party. I just want to emphasize, I would never charge her for looking after her daughter, and she would never at least offer for any compensation. And the last straw came when my kids and myself were going on vacation out of town, so we would be out at apartment for almost 2 weeks. I didn't mention this to Debbie because I didn't feel the need to. So the day came, we woke up very early. It was still dark outside. Around 9:40, I received a call from Debbie. Since I was driving, I did not answer, and decided to wait until I stopped for gas at a nearby gas station. This was about 20 minutes after her initial call. Once I pulled up to the pump, I got out, stretched my legs, and took the kids in for restroom break, and to get something for breakfast. That's when I checked my phone and had so many messages from Debbie asking where we were, that she needed to go to work, and she was going to be late. Not only that, but she had a party to attend later that night, but she would have to skip because she had no one looking after her daughter. I sent her a short message saying sorry for not being able to answer her call, but I was driving in the highway and we were going to be out of town for the following days. She immediately replied back stating why we did not let her know and who was going to take care of her daughter in such short notice. I apologized and told her I was not sure what she meant by that. Since I'm not her official babysitter, I would just watch her when she herself couldn't find a babysitter or they would cancel on her. She didn't reply back that day but did the following day, saying it was selfish of me to going on vacation without notice, that she would get in trouble at work if she was late or missed again. I really could not believe the audacity of this woman assuming I would take care of her daughter whenever she felt like it. That's when I told her sorry for inconveniencing her. So from now on, if she wanted me to babysit, I would gladly be her babysitter, and we could negotiate a rate for payment, depending what days of the week she wanted me to babysit and what weekdays. She was furious, saying I was being mean on wanting to start charging her for watching her daughter. After that, I didn't reply because I'm trying to enjoy my vacations I worked hard for, so I would be turning off my phone until we have to head back. Any suggestions on how to handle this?